Right, so welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to be going over the Leeds versus Newcastle preview. I'm going to be doing lineups, score predictions, what I'm hoping to see from this game, and what it could really mean for Leeds' season as a whole. I don't think we can really underestimate how important this game is to turn around some of the results we've been having. Before we go any further, please remember to hit that subscribe button. We're only less than 150 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 mark. That would be such an insane goal to hit. The support you guys have been showing me on this channel has been second to none. So if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and you'll get all the videos when they drop. It honestly feels like there's been a long break since the last time we saw Leeds play. Our game against Southampton got called off. I think it was for COVID reasons. I think the Southampton squad at the time had a few issues with COVID that they're now over. But it's been over a week now since Leeds really capitulated against Brighton. And we've had a while to kind of sit and stew on that result, and it just hasn't really been a fun time. We've seen the FA Cup games go ahead, and I really want to get back into the action. In a weird way, I almost miss the Championship, having 2 games a week, playing on the Tuesday and then playing on the weekend, because there was always loads of football to look forward to, and now it just kind of feels it's almost been like a mini international break since the last time we've seen Leeds play. So I'm actually really positive, and I'm really excited for the game on Tuesday. I wonder how quickly that excitement is going to turn to disappointment. But the importance of this game cannot be underestimated. I believe this is a turning point in the season. We're coming off the back of a disappointing result that we should have done better with. That was a game I think we were expected to win, and we needed to get those points to keep that gap between us and the bottom 3. But it wasn't just the result in that Brighton game, it was also the level of performance as well. The players didn't show up. It was, one of the worst attacking performances I've seen from Leeds in a long, long time. So this game against Newcastle is a chance to turn that around and bring that perception of the exciting Leeds back. I'm not going to fall into the trap of underestimating Newcastle too much, but I'm also not going to big them up either. Newcastle are on a horrendous run, no wins in the last 9, and their play style is, with the exception of Sheffield United, probably the worst in the Premier League. Teams closer to the bottom than them, West Brom, Fulham, Brighton, are all playing better football than Newcastle at the moment. So there isn't a lot about that Newcastle side that I think deserves praise. But listen, we know what Newcastle are going to do. They're going to set up with that low block, 2 banks of 4, and they're going to try and keep the defensive shape as much as possible. And then, they're not really going to hit us on the break. They're going to hit the long balls up to either Andy Carroll, Callum Wilson, Joe Linton, and hope that something sticks. Their passage of play through the middle, I really haven't been impressed with. I don't think it's that dangerous. And even Leeds on a bad day, I think we should have enough to win that midfield battle. Last time we played Newcastle, the scoreline maybe flattered the way the game went. Newcastle were in it until the last 10 minutes. They equalised. It was 2-2. They were scoring from set pieces, capitalising on the obvious weakness that Leeds have from a set piece. But that seems to be an area of the pitch that we've actually improved on and we've done a lot better with in recent times. But Leeds will have the quality that we have, the player quality to, again, put Newcastle to the sword. I was slightly worried about the Southampton game. Wasn't sure if that was a game that we could win. This is a game I absolutely believe that we should win, and I'm going into it with positivity. It's an away game. It's not at home, so we're not going to be playing on that dreadful pitch. So that should help play into our favour a little bit. I think we're a better side away from home. And of course, we're going to have Calvin Phillips back in the squad to really pull the strings. So the side should look a little bit less makeshift, and we should have some players in their proper positions And that should enable the talent that we have on the wings and up front to do what's necessary. I'm not sure if Meslier is going to be back after his kind of bout of COVID. I actually caught COVID earlier on in the year, and once I'd recovered and my isolation was all done, I tried working out, went for my runs and things like that, and I was still, suffering a little bit of the heavy breathing and coughing and stuff. So even though his isolation period might have finished, he might not yet be ready for a 90-minute Premier League game. So that being said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Kiko Casilla in goal. Yeah. But at the back, are we going to see Cooper and Llorente as the centre-back pairing now? We know that they should be both relatively fit. If either one of them isn't starting for whatever reason, I would put Strauk in kind of filling in for whichever one isn't going to make the cut. Ayling on right back, I think this is a crucial component that has to happen. We have missed his driving runs from the right and giving Rafinha the space to kind of go forwards and cut inside. So we need Ayling back on the right-hand side, driving down the channel. And I want Alioski on the left-hand side because, let's face it, he's not going to have a lot of defensive duties against Newcastle. They're going to sit back. That's going to allow Alioski to really show off his attacking momentum, I guess. Don't forget, I think he was the man of the match last time we played Newcastle. We had a hell of a game. Calvin Phillips sitting in front of the back four. It's an obvious pick. We haven't won a game when he hasn't played. We've lost every game that he hasn't started. So he's the first name on the team sheet. Let's hope he shows up and he has a good game and shows us why we need him in that midfield. And yeah, let's have him pulling the strings, pinging those balls out into the channels, finding those killer passes. Calvin in the midfield. Click and Rodrigo just up ahead of him. It's just a no-brainer, really. We don't have anyone else that I think can challenge those two for that midfield starting role. Not yet, anyway. And both of them have to step up here. Rodrigo's £27 million. Click, we know, is an excellent attacking passer and player. And we're up against one of the worst midfields in the Premier League, so they have to step up and show their quality. And just make something happen from the midfield now. Rafinha and Harrison on the two wings. Again, it's a no-brainer. And again, it's a game that they have to show their quality. And it's a game that they should be having fun with. The pitch isn't going to be against them this time, so they should have the freedom to run all out at players. I don't want to see Rafinha on the left. I want to see him on the right so that he can cut in. And if all these conditions are met and if the players are playing well, Rafinha and Harrison should be some of the most dangerous players on the pitch. And then Bamford up front, he's going to be the target man. Again, I reckon he's going to be slightly isolated this game, purely because he's going to be occupying... Newcastle might even go with a back three, we never know. So he's going to be... His job will be to occupy the space and pull those defenders out of position, hold the ball up well, and then lay off for Harrison, Rafinha, Rodrigo, Click. He's going to be creating and providing service for some of those other guys to get the goal. So that's going to be what I'm thinking. So that's going to be my lineup for the Newcastle game. Score prediction is going to be 3-1. This is a winnable game. I'm going into this positive. I believe we can get a result. We need a result. And we put Newcastle to the sword before. Why can't we do it again? They haven't really had a bounce back since that thrashing that we gave them. Such a winnable game. 3-1's going to be my scores. Let's go with Rodrigo, Rafinha and Bamford on the score sheet. I reckon they'll score from a set piece, from a corner. It's, you're unlikely to lose money if you put a bet on a set piece goal going in against Leeds, really. But this is important for our season because we are a team that is based on momentum. We're a confidence-driven team. And this is a perfect game to get a fantastic result, get a win, and get that confidence back, get that belief in ourselves that we could win. We saw a couple of interviews with the guys saying how after the Brighton game they were quite down in the dressing room, blaming the pitch, and no one was really talking up. They've done some interesting new things in training, the head ball tournament, stuff like that, to get their morale back up. A win would be the best thing for this team, to get confidence going again, and make us a dangerous team going forwards. because recently we've looked a little toothless up front. But this is the game to change that. A 3-1 confident result for Leeds. I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait to see the boys actually put in a good performance. Pitch isn't going to be against us, so I've got some good feelings about this. 3 points should be coming our way. That's going to be all from me. Thank you very much for tuning in to this match preview. If you like the content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down there. Hit the bell notification as well, so that you don't miss a video when it drops. The support you guys have been giving me has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. It just helps me get the videos out constantly, providing a little bit more content for you guys. And it just means we're going to be upping the production value. Further on into the future, we might do a couple of live streams for the games themselves. So that might be coming in the future as well. It's just all a bunch of good stuff. But that's going to be all from me. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, stay safe.